Good evening. Welcome to tonight's live stream where I will take you once again a bit behind the scenes of one of my songs, a bit of the story about the inspirations, the ideas, the inner impulses I got when writing the song I will present you tonight, which is called Trust and Devotion. And it's one of my first songs with which I went public, so to speak. And the topic, trust, is one that is accompanying me for a long time. For those who have seen one of those streams, you know that there are going to be most probably some kind of philosophical considerations regarding my songs. But first of all, I want to introduce you to the song. I want to present the song to you. So that's what I'm going to do now. Trust and Devotion. Free your mind, open up, take off the costumes you wear, get used to be naked, get used to be real. Then you can talk about reality. Do you remember the only one thing you can hold on? Let go, let go. It's all about trust and devotion. 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 You can play the masquerade, but you need to take off your mask if you truly want to live, if you truly want to love, if you truly want to feel free, if you truly want to see the light. It's all about trust and devotion. It's all about trust and devotion. It's all Do you remember the only one thing you can hold on? Let go. Let go. It's all about trust and devotion. 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 Trust and devotion. I thought that it was at least 15 years ago that I wrote that song, but I have those sheets, these song sheets, and I almost always, not always, but almost always put the date of when I finished the song here on top, and it says that was 7th of November 2015, so it was only 10 years ago that the song was finished, meaning that it took a while to finish it. This I remember, not how much time, but anyhow, it's around 10 years old. And the beginning of the song was a situation in my life where I felt quite desperate. Many things just fall apart, job-wise, relationship-wise, apartment-wise. So yeah, there needed to be a new beginning in different kind of fields in my life. And at that time, I just felt overwhelmed. I was desperate, frustrated, and I didn't know how to go on, and I didn't want to think about it. It was just, at that moment, it was just too much for me. Luckily, I got the impulse to just grab my guitar in that situation. I remember that very clearly, that moment. So it was my inner voice talking to me, telling me, grab your guitar now, which I did. And then I was just playing around a bit on the guitar. And then I closed my eyes, and immediately there were huge letters blinking like a big advertisement in purple, and it said in German, Vertrauen und Hingabe, which is trust and devotion. And it was so right in my face. I closed my eyes and was there. So I opened my eyes again, and then I closed them again, and it was still there. So I repeated that a couple of times and was always the same, it didn't go away. So from experiences before, I knew that once something keeps repeating to come after me, so to speak, there is something behind it. It wants to tell me something. There is an information for me. There is a story for me, whatever. And there is a need to listen to that information. So I got that information, trust and devotion, but I didn't quite understand it. So the best thing I could do at that time was, okay, I have no idea how to go on at the moment, so I will just trust life to present me with something, and then I will devote my whole being to that something presented to me by life. So that was my kind of tactic with this information, and it worked. It really worked. Not even, I think it was like 2 or 3 days later, life presented me with something, and I immediately knew that had to do with this information. And I knew now I just have to devote myself to this present by life. And it worked out. And it has been working out for me since then, because I think everyone knows those situations. They come and go, I think it's just, those are lessons we need to learn, and life is learning. It's all about learning. And many of those lessons have to do with trust. And to have the courage to trust life, and in the end, oneself. Because over the time, I found out that this approach to trust life is more about trusting myself, trusting that information, that inner impulse that wants to tell me something. So it changed a bit from, okay, I get something from life and I devote myself to this thing. It changed to, okay, I trust myself, I trust my inner voice, I trust that what I can hear, the information that comes from my inner voice. And from my point of view, and from my experience, this voice is first always there. Second, it talks quite a lot. And third, it is just a matter of listening to that voice and then acting accordingly. So do I listen? Do I have the courage to listen to myself? Do I have the trust to listen to myself? I think those are big questions that everyone should dedicate some time to, because information all around us is immense, and it's getting more and more by the day, and somehow it is one gigantic distraction taking place through all, or by all that information, whilst all the information we need is inside of us, and the best consultant we need is inside of us. It's ourself. And so it's just a matter of, am I able to listen to my inner voice? And am I capable of trusting that inner voice and acting accordingly? Which is a beautiful, yet sometimes quite not so easy way to do or thing to do. Yeah, so this is what trust and devotion is basically all about. I will just quickly go through the lyrics once again. Free your mind. Yeah, open up. So, open up. Take off the costumes you wear. Get used to be naked. Get used to be real. Yeah, I think those costumes we wear, there are many different costumes we wear in our everyday life or over the course of our whole life. And question is, are we still capable of taking off all those costumes and just be us? Just be naked, just be us. Can we still differentiate between costumes we wear or no costumes we wear? I think it's really difficult, but I also think that it's something very important to do on a regular basis, just to get rid of those costumes and just to be us. Get used to be real. So then we have the possibility to be real. Then you can talk about reality. That reality of being real. Do you remember the only one thing you can hold on? Let go. Yeah, letting go has also a lot to do with trust. Do I have the trust to just let things go? And oftentimes it takes quite some time for me to let go, and afterwards I ask myself why I did wait so long, because it is mostly so liberating to let things go. Yeah, and our inner senses, they somehow get sharper when we let things go. They are getting liberated in a way as well. Then it's time for the chorus. It's all about trust and devotion, trust and devotion. Then the second verse goes like this. You can play the masquerader, but you need to take off your mask. If you truly want to live, if you truly want to love, if you truly want to feel peace, if you truly want to see the light. Yeah, this goes back all to that thing of being real, of being living an authentic life, a real life. And nowadays it's so difficult to realize, to make that difference. Is something real? Is it artificial? Is it fake? What is it? On the flip side, I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to come back to ourselves, because somehow out there with all that information, with all those different images, or yeah, being them real images, fake images, artificial images, whatever. They're just images, but they're not us. So it's a great, because they are outside. The real me is inside of myself. I'm a strong believer in that. So it's a huge opportunity, as I am not capable anymore of making that difference on the outside. My only escape is myself, so I can just get back to myself. Yeah, it's something that seems to be very easy. For me, sometimes it is difficult because of all that distraction outside, but once I get here, it is beautiful, it is peaceful, it is beautiful, and I sense that this is the real me. It is inside of myself, and it's not outside. Yeah, so then now it's time for the second chorus. It's all about trust and devotion. And then once again that question, do you remember the only one thing you can hold on? Let go. That thing of letting go. This book I read quite often. This is the German version of The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho. It's about a young shepherd and his life journey, to put it in simple terms. And on his journey, he meets all different kind of people. And through these encounters, he always learns something. And quite in the beginning, he meets a king. And the king has a couple of messages for him, and one of those messages I will just paraphrase for you in English now. What is written here in the German version I have here. So the old man, which is the king, who is the king, the old man told him, the shepherd, that when you really want something, it's because that desire originated in the soul of the world. It's your mission on earth to pursue it. He says, so the king says, the only real obligation each person has is to realize their personal path. When you truly desire something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. And that has a lot to do with trust, and with the courage to trust oneself and to trust in one's path, because everyone's path is different. But once we trust in our path, the universe will just help us. But it's like the first step, this step of courage. We need to take that leap of faith. We need to have that courage and do the first step, or maybe even the second one, to then experience that trust in ourselves is paid back, or is by trusting ourselves this way, we are then accompanied in a way through or on the next steps on our path, which is so beautiful. That's it for tonight. To end this, I will just play a bit of instrumental music. Thanks for joining, thanks for listening, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. you.